Tired to sleep, I can't turn off my mind. When all of your problems lay right next to mine. The green paint, the white sheets, this house we built for you and me. I can't help but repeat the best dreams and we hoped would be reality. But now I know the answer why I toss and turn like it's my fight or flight, like looking up at the sky. And there is so much more than meets the eye. And you said your life was black and blue by keeping all the pain inside of you. I felt I wasn't enough. How can I call it hate if it's not love? If it's not love. And I know it's not perfect, but I'll try to fix. Everything we've been wanting, but it is what it is. When you don't act like you cared, and I'm left to clean what we bared. I will never understand why you did to treat me like I wasn't there.
It's time to do this!
Distance nerding.
Hey! Wait a minute. Hey! What is up, everybody? It is time. You are now watching The Build. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching Distance Nerding. Oh, man. Trying something new. Didn't realize that my mixer's all the way on the other side. Graveyard,
Yes.
what is up, my friend?
Oh, that's a damn fine shirt you got on today.
There's a really handsome dude that is right in the middle, right there. He's got the most amazing beard.
Who's that? I mean, I'm the one. I'm not the middle guy.
You're not the middle guy?
I'm the bald one. On the other side.
I was gonna say the guy in the middle is the bald one.
Oh, he's wearing a mask.
Oh, so then you're him.
That's me. The other one's Salem.
So that's the handsome one.
Yes.
All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching Distance Nerding. We are over here gushing over each other's shirts. And it's going to be great.
How far did you end up on the build last week?
We got pretty far, man. We essentially, I've got like the body of the of the Atari
Oh,
built.
nice.
But then we also did some asteroids.
Nice.
All right. And the asteroids cartridge.
Nice. That looks a lot nicer than the one I have.
The one you have is like actually from the 80s. So I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
so we've got that right there. So real quick before we get started here, let's just do a couple quick welcomes and how you do's and everything like that, man. How's everything going?
Pretty good. Just got tickets to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on Saturday.
Like in theaters? That movie's still in theaters?
It just came out yesterday.
Oh, did it? I thought that movie was already out.
No.
I didn't realize that it just came out. I thought that movie had already been out.
Yeah, and then we were playing on in 2 weeks from that, Cocaine Bear.
God, Cocaine Bear is going to be great.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. My wife goes, yeah, our friends want to have a double date and they want to see about a bear who did meth or something. I'm like, you mean Cocaine Bear?
Meth. Yeah, Meth Bear. That's what we're coming to watch. Yo, what up, Metzo?
Metzo.
Hello, Phil and Graveyard. They both have no, my beard is not spectacular. She may be talking about your co-host.
Salem? I mean,
Yeah.
his beard is spectacular too.
My beard is very, very small. Nowadays, I used to have a very spectacular beard.
It's really easy. You do nothing.
I know, right? Cocaine Bear is the one I am really looking forward to. I mean, pretty sure we're all looking forward to
absolutely.
Hey, Julie, how's it going?
Meth Bear's a sequel.
Meth Bear's no, she's already planning the sequel. Do you see what it's going to be?
No.
Cocaine Shark.
I mean, it only makes sense. We only have 500 shark movies.
But the thing is that there is a true story about a shark that ingested a bunch of cocaine.
That's fair.
Yeah,
we'll just call it Jaws 5.
I know, right? She already announced that she's doing Cocaine Shark.
Awesome. I'm excited because we're doing a When Animals Attack episode for the podcast.
When Animals Attack.
Yes.
When animals are on cocaine and attack.
I mean, usually the people they attack are on something.
Right. Now, guys, I got to throw this out there for those of you who saw the name of the episode here. Ed Macugay was supposed to be on the show here for this week, and he had to back out due to a to kind of like a family emergency. So I wish him the best and everything like that. We'll have him on the show at some time in the future. Of course, I'm not going to allow anybody to prioritize us over their family and their mental health and everything like that. So, wish him the best, and we'll see him at a later date. He's a pretty awesome cosplayer. But yeah. That being said, that means this next week we've got another cosplayer on. Jessia Barquez is going to be coming on, who is another spectacular cosplayer that we met at LA Comic-Con. So,
Nice.
Wait a minute.
Is there a knock at the door?
Yes, there is a knock at the door. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Frey Girl.
So, guys, I totally forgot my earbuds, so I got to come right back. I just realized. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, God.
Happy to be here.
Okay, I got to throw this out there. So, Metzo, just put it in the chat. Cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark.
I mean, any musicians out there, especially like a metal or punk version of Cocaine Shark for the movie, would be spectacular. Like, I want like a Green Jelly Cocaine Shark.
Oh God!
Song.
Because I was so late with everything, I am just now putting out the social media posts. So if you see me on my phone, it's because I got to make sure. Ooga booga! I got to make sure that I get these things on here. Mezzo, I'll let her know that that you love her. She loves you too. Phil, you're gonna see Marco Antonio live. Marco Antonio Solis. I probably I'm not that big of a fan of his. Not that I'm not a fan of his. My mom is probably actually gonna go to that. My mom loves Marco Antonio Solis.
I don't know who that is.
Spanish music. It's the music of my people.
There, I can be more pasty and white. There you go.
Like, light on and make me more white. That's what I'm gonna do here. I try to use the Meta Business Suite to schedule the show. Yeah, you know what? I probably should start scheduling posts, so that way I'm not writing them at the last second. That would actually probably be nice because I think the Meta the Meta Business app will also do on your Instagram.
Now I'm back.
Yay!
Man,
she loves you.
Aw, I love you too, Mezzo. I love you too, Mezzo. You know how I feel about you, girl.
You my girl. You know you my girl.
You a girl.
So,
you a girl.
Frey, the question is, do you have the Wonder Woman rap ready for us tonight?
I don't do rap. I've already said this. I barely rap gifts.
Yeah. I heard rap and I was thinking like, yo, she's gonna do a rap.
There are two things that I say that people have admonished me on. And it is what up, yo? And
really? People
Yeah.
get at you about what up, yo?
Yeah, because I say what up, yo, and they go, you are too white to say that. And then the other thing is bitches be tripping, yo. Now that could be
That's not bad. Those are things that you can't say.
well, the bitches be tripping, yo. I'm usually in the car and I'm thinking about running them over.
Yeah, well,
So that might be why they tell me that I shouldn't say that.
about to run this bitch over, bitches be tripping.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna run him over. Bitches be tripping, yo.
All right.
I may have pushed him.
Oh
So.
God, that just sounds. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. Just run over people who are just assholes. That's
The only thing that keeps me from running people over is because I don't want to get my car dirty.
There you go.
It washes off.
Just remember.
Blood is hard to get out of a car, especially if you're under indictment.
Just remember, you can get away with any car hit as long as you scream at the top of your lungs, GTA motherfucker, when you do it. Okay? You just run over somebody and go, GTA motherfucker.
Where's my money? I saw you rap. I heard it. I was there.
Mhm.
I even was like, yeah.
I believe I need to go back and rewatch that.
Yes, you do.
But guys,
It was great.
before I jump into this build and we start, just kind of randomly talking for the next hour until we get to the bracket in the second hour. Gotta do the housekeeping, right? I was waiting on Aaron to get here, but he's having some issues with his equipment. So let's get into this real quick. So guys, this channel is brought to you by Poddex. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's
Poddex.
I would do a sound effect, but again, it's on the other side of the room right now. So that way I could have my computer over by my
You want me to try?
building table.
Oh yeah, Poddex.
There you go. Poddex are a unique interview, question, and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Now, guys, use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off your order. It is completely worth it. I don't know if you guys saw the shirt that I was wearing on Tuesday. It said podcaster across the front of it. That is my Poddex shirt, and I love that shirt. It's a pretty badass shirt. Oh yeah. No, you don't, Phil. Okay.
No, she. Oh, it was salt and pepper. Apparently, I'm too pasty. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was like, it was the push it.
Oh, it was push it.
Yeah, it was push it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper, salt and pepper, salt and pepper's here.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I know the other one. What's the other big thing that was borderline sexual harassment?
Wasn't that push it?
No, well, yeah, I mean, but there was another one.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot, that's it.
Shoot.
I know some as shoot, but I don't know enough to actually sing it.
Oh,
Oh, she says she was doing shoop.
Oh, is she doing shoot? Okay, yeah, that's the one I know.
That's what she did. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I knew it was one of them.
I had a let me go, let me shoot to the next man in the 3-piece suit. That was the one I did. It's from Shoot.
Yes,
I did.
I did shoot.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if the channel is brought to you by Poddex, then what gives all this energy to young Phil? Because young Phil somehow has all this energy all the time. I'm going to let you guys know what it is. Boom. It's Dubby. That's right.
W.
Yep. No, you know what? I'm going to make that a soundbite. That's is powered by Dubby. Ladies and gentlemen, Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Now, you may be asking yourself right now, what makes Dubby different from other gaming supplements? Well, I'm going to let you in on that answer right now. Dubby is one of the few drinks that contains Neurofactor, a neurotropic derived from coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg and use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off your order. Oh, just right in time. Right in time, just as I said, get 10% off your order. Roshi, tell them about Dubby, man.
Well, young man, my effing camera stopped working. So the guy who normally does the Dubby announcements didn't get to do it. And I've got to tell you, his depression is set in pretty bad, to the point where he's ready to throw the computer straight out the window. The only advantage is that it would bring him some good arm trading. However, I will say this. You can get your Dubby at code NERDING10 for 10% off. But I'm going to give him the mic now and hobble my way out the door. Good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Master.
Roshi, you sound so depressed. I hate that. I don't like it when you're depressed, man.
I don't like it when I'm depressed either. No amount of girly magazines can get my spirits back up when I'm like this.
Oh, Puddin', you should just take some Dubby. It's awesome. You'll get your energy back. You'll do all the things you used to do. You'll be fantastic.
14 episodes. 14 straight episodes since episode 100 of the download. I've been doing Dubby.
There you go.
And tonight, of all nights, right as I log in to be on the show, everything wants to F up.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Not
you
bad.
know, it was a Dubby disaster, but you weathered it, and you're here, and now you're Dubby-tastic.
So speaking of Dubby,
I'm actually pretty rage-tastic right now, to the point that I am about to throw this computer all the way out into the road. So please continue.
I was going to say, Fours, I'm going to let you choose the flavors, man. What flavor should we combine tonight?
Shit, I don't even know what flavors we
Fruit
got.
Quake. Fruit Quake.
I don't have fruit.
That's Mountain Dew gravy. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me give me the flavoritos here. What do we got?
All right. So I've got Big Energy Tears, which is blue raspberry. I've got the what was it? The Push and Punch, which is a lemon lime and fruit punch, which is like my favorite. Dragonade, which is a dragon fruit lemonade, pink lemonade. We've got Dub Sludge. Dub Sludge is the green apple and secret sauce, which I'm pretty sure is cherry. Galaxy Grenade, which is watermelon, guava, and lime. See what else we got. The Passion Joy Tea, which is a passion fruit iced tea. And then we have the Beach and Peach, which is a white peach and mango cooler.
All right, let's go with the.
Can you tell us what the peach one has in it again?
White peach and mango.
Mango?
I
love it.
Say mango. I'm Hispanic.
Let's go with the.
It's like tortilla. I can't say tortilla. It's tortilla.
I just say tortilla.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
There are certain words I have to say in Spanish, or otherwise it just feels weird to me. Forrest, go ahead, man. What flavors are we going with?
Let's go with the Pushin' Joy Tea.
Pushin' Joy Tea. All right, I dig that. All right, let me go grab him.
Were you pushing her?
He's pushing real good. Oh, push it. Push it real good.
Where are you pushing her down the stairs?
Salt and pepper here, and we're sorry. That's all I know.
All right, so there we go. Item number 1, Passion Joy Tea.
You see that? Did you see that? You see what that Dubby just said? It spoke straight to me. It said, "You know what, Fours? Just be better. Be better. Be better.
No,
You
what
sorry
it says
piece of
is
shit. Just be
control what you can, and let go of the rest. That's it."
One more time. There goes Passion Joy Tea.
Be better.
Passion
Forrest.
Joy
Be
Tea.
You missed your Dubby.
Does it say bitterless?
Butterless.
Jitterless.
Jitterless. Okay. I was like, bitterless? That's an awful big commitment. I know a lot of people that game that are pretty bitter, and I don't think the W is going to help that.
Make sure that you are not bitter. It's like Bootios. They make sure that you ain't booty.
We just watched Doom Patrol Season 3, The Undead Patrol, and there are butt creatures in it.
Yes!
And I'm just like, what?
Hold on.
I mean, I remember it from the last season, but it was just like, what?
I'm bringing
Did
back.
Did you guys see the latest Harley Quinn Valentine's Day special?
No, I want to watch.
I heard about it, and I haven't watched it yet. No,
Yeah.
I heard about
I'm telling you, oh my god, I
Is it
think
good?
my favorite character in that entire show, and you have to say the name this way. It's Clayface.
Oh,
I love
I'm Clayface.
Fun
I'm
Clayface
Actor.
Fun fact: Clayface and Joker are played by the same guy.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk.
Clayface. He's
Alan.
Alan Tudyk, who is a freaking genius.
Clayface.
I invited him to my wedding.
I swear.
Did you?
Yeah, he
Did
was going
you?
to be in town, but he was in town for the Steve Martin short because they were doing a thing together. Not that thing, but another thing. And Martin Short and Steve Martin were on tour, and he was going to be here on that weekend. He was like, "What's fun to do in Tulsa?" I was like, "I don't know. You can come to my wedding if you want." And he
Wait,
was like,
You know Alan Tudyk like that?
"No, I mean,
Like
not
that.
like that. I mean, it was one of those. He was going to
Yeah,
be in
we're
the
bros,
area,
You know.
and
But like he responded, so that means
yeah,
that's awesome.
a lot of people respond to me that I'm like not like super close to, and like really are like, "Oh no, thank you, I appreciate that," or whatever. So,
I might need to go reach out to Alan Tudyk now and see if he'll come on the show.
yeah, he was really sweet about it. I was just like, "Well, if you're gonna be in the area," I said, "if you want to come, I'll be happy to like DM you the address to it, and you are absolutely welcome to come. My husband's gonna be dressed as Jane from Firefly," and he was like, "Oh my," and he was like, "That makes me want to go more. I just don't know." He said, because the show, when we got married at around 8. I say around because I was late, but it was a costume wedding. I had to get in a costume anyway. And so he said that he wanted to come after the show, but he didn't think that it would be done. Like we would already be married by then, and he didn't want to come after the fact. So
Apparently, I just knew the story was going to happen. I'm wearing the appropriate hat for it.
Yes.
Wait, what's your hat?
Brown coat.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's really I don't have a problem asking people to like do random things. Like they're like, "Hey, I'm going to be here. You know, it's fun to do." And I'll be like, "Well, this is fun. If you're ever here, hit me up and we'll go do something." And they're like, "Okay."
I don't always get responses.
I think they just blow me off, but whatever.
Because I mean, I've asked plenty of people to come on the show. And, it just,
Well, a wedding is a little bit different than a podcast. Like a wedding it's a big event. I mean, unless you get married on your podcast like every week, then I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got married again podcast.
Right.
Where the hosts get married every week.
Is it real? Is it not?
No
one knows.
Just to see what random celebrity shows up this week.
Right.
Maroon 5 showed up this time because they show up to everything apparently.
Right. Maroon 5 showed up this time.
We asked them to leave,
we're now in their new video and had to sign consent forms, so we didn't want to sign.
If that happened to me, I would be upset.
If Maroon 5 showed up at your wedding,
absolutely, yes.
I'd just be like, sit down in the back.
First off,
music's later.
I wouldn't know who they are if I saw them.
Yeah, but people at the wedding might know who they are and freak out, and then they play a live concert for you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I had a great DJ. They played the song "Let's Do It," which is a collab between Bad Religion and Joan Jett.
Yeah,
great song. That was our intro song.
Like, you know it's a good wedding when they play Bad Touch. Mm. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Well, no, bad religion.
No, I know. I'm just saying, it's a good wedding.
Oh yeah,
when they play Bad Touch.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even play that.
You didn't play Bad Touch? Why not?
So my husband was in charge of the music, and he thought it was going to be a Halloween party. Because it was all a surprise to him. Have I never told you guys this story?
I heard a little bit of it.
I was going to say, I spent a whole year with my friends planning a wedding as a surprise to my now husband for him. And 6 weeks before the wedding, he found out because I accidentally invited him to the Facebook group for the wedding. And yeah. So yeah. But he was going to do the music and have somebody play it, but he decided not to. So he just picked his playlist and we just played stuff from it. So there's like LCD Sound System, some Andrew Bird, some Decemberists, some of my stuff. I like those too, but like some more poppy stuff. But it wasn't really that kind of wedding. It was basically in a big helicopter hangar with a lot of neon signs, and everybody was dressed in costume weekend before Halloween. So it was just a good time.
My best friend, one of my best friends DJ'd our wedding.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And because that's what he does. He's a professional DJ.
Oh, that's awesome.
And at some point I wanted to go because I'm a former DJ, obviously. None of you guys got to see it, but you may have seen pictures of it from KyberCon because I was DJing KyberCon.
Yep.
But at one point I was like, I want to go up there and just DJ for like a minute, but it just never ended up happening.
Aw. You get the bug. I understand. It's kind of like riding a bike, right?
Right.
You just get back into it and you're just like, oh my God, I gotta do it. Same with acting. Like there are times when I want to just like jump on the stage and be like, I know this scene. Not really.
And
I've never. Right.
I was gonna say you turn into Clayface, just
right. I am Clayface.
I am Billy Bob Thornton.
I loved it when he was playing James Gunn. That was the funniest thing when he was like, "Yeah, I am James Gunn. Of course I am." So that was hilarious.
Clayface and Bane are just the best part of that whole show.
What I love about like Bane on that show is he's completely like when I was doing Bane the other day,
Mhm.
he is intentionally the bad version of Bane, and it's
Mhm.
super funny.
Oh yeah,
want my pasta maker back.
yeah.
Give me
I'm
back
gonna
my pasta
explode you.
I'm sorry, the bad version of Bane didn't talk.
Oh no,
That movie never happened. We agreed as a society to scrub that movie from our
Did we?
brains. Yes,
Did we?
We did.
Are
I
we not
Mortal
gonna see,
Kombat 2.
are
It
we
didn't
not going to see
happen.
George Clooney in Flash movie? I
I
mean,
submit to you.
No, we're not. We're not ever
Are you
seeing
sure?
George Clooney as
Okay,
Batman again.
okay. I'm just throwing it out there, and I know a lot of people agree with this. Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne. He was just a shitty Batman.
yes.
Yeah.
He was too pleasant. of a
Well,
Batman.
here's the thing. I blame Schumacher.
Oh yeah, no, 100% blame him.
That's yeah. I mean, Schumacher went a lot of different directions that nobody asked him to go, and
But bat nipples.
Bat nipples and Clooney had the Bat credit card too.
yeah. So if I can't show my nipples on a movie, well, I could probably
I
actually
was
show
gonna say
my
you
nipples
can't
on.
now.
Yeah, I can now. Back then, but I can't show it on Facebook or walk down the street without a shirt on. So I'm sorry, gents. You gotta stay clothed.
You know what? Facebook for a little while allowed when they were doing the free the nipple movement.
Yeah.
They allowed female nudity as long as it wasn't like gratuitous and like in a sexual nature.
Yeah.
And then some people on Facebook ran away with it, and it just
Mhm.
it became what
Well, so there was an ordinance in my city that they said women can go topless.
Yeah.
And women started going topless, and they immediately repealed it because they were like, no, it's too distracting, and it's like, well, then men can't go topless either,
right.
I can.
and they wouldn't do that. So it's like, okay,
I mean, some of the dudes that walk around topless, you don't want to see topless anyways.
right?
Like me. You don't want to see me without a shirt yet.
I totally want to see you without a shirt.
No, the freak you don't. Shut up.
Hey, Gravy, I think maybe we need to dip out while they have a moment. Because,
I want to stay for the show.
Do we gotta pay a quota?
Well, no one said anything about paying.
It's all about the money.
And
You
that's
see,
the
all I want you to do is watch me while I'm doing weird things.
Well, technically, we are watching you do something.
But
So.
not weird. So
Just don't make any boobs, Phil.
just gonna just yell it out at the top of my lungs. Let's get weird.
You sound like Bubba Ray from Jeff Dunham's show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I also have to tell you guys. So, has anybody seen Lockwood and Company yet? Lockwood and Co. on Netflix.
I have not.
It is so delightful. It's got ghosts in it, so Gravy. It's got something for you. It reminds me of like a Sherlock Holmes Supernatural with young people.
Damn young people.
Well, I
Get
guess
off my lawn.
it was. I guess it's from books, so it was adapted from books, and I haven't read any of them, but I kind of want to now.
I mean, Netflix has been pretty good about their book adaptations. They've just been shitty about their anime adaptations.
Yeah, no doubt about that. But basically, it's a world where, I guess, in the 70s, it's called The Problem, and all of these, and they call them visitors, not spirits or ghosts, but they're ghosts, and they have ghost touch, and they can kill you. All these people start dying because people didn't understand it. Well, they're 50 years into this problem. And the kids can see ghosts, and some of them have extra talents, like they can listen and hear ghosts and see ghosts, and like
I just thought if the young kids could listen and hear, that was the amazing talent
right,
for them.
that's the base of it. No, but so they're the ones that have to fight these things because they're the ones can see them. So they come up with all of these like little companies to fight them, and this whole like industry is developed on like making iron for like fighting these things. The salt business gets real big, and because it's salt and silver and iron are the things that you
Purity.
can use.
Yeah.
Right. And so which I thought, I was like, well, that's like almost straight out of Supernatural. But
Ghost
yeah,
Facers.
Ghost Facers. Yeah, I really just want like a Ghosts and Company or whatever, something that they're all just like idiots and they just manage to survive. But it's like, it's a thriller and scary, but it's also really funny, and it's very British. And I swear, I think that some of the sets are from the old Sherlock sets. So I'm like,
Probably.
and I'm just like, what's going on here? But we watched the whole season yesterday.
How many episodes? How many hours is that?
It's 8 episodes.
Are they hour long?
No, they're like 30 minutes long. So it's not that long. But it's really cute. And I was like, well, afterwards, I was like, well, that was just delightful. That was exactly what I said.
Isn't that just precious?
Yeah,
I love your reaction to it as well. And that's just delightful.
Well, and it's got like one of the males in it who's younger. They're all teens, obviously, but he's got kind of a Sherlock-y vibe. And I swear the other like main male in it reminds me of Moss on IT Crowd. And then they've got a girl that is like the really talented one, and she runs away from home because her mom is using her to make money. And so she runs away from home and joins them, and they're just this like little, almost like a Dirk Bentley. Is it Dirk Bentley?
Gently.
Dirk Gently, like that. If you ever saw that show or read any of those books, it reminds me a little bit of that too, with the detective agency. It's just like they go in, they get themselves in these weird situations, they somehow get themselves out of it. At one point, they burn down a house.
I mean, if there's spiders, yes.
I'm sorry. When you say the name Dirk, the only thing that comes to mind is
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
That is
get y'all's head out of the porn.
I was about to say exactly those words. Every time I hear the name Dirk, I think Dirk Diggler, which is so bad.
He may have been Dirk Diggler at some point. We don't really know. Dirk Gently, who he is, where he came from.
I was gonna say, who, me? Yeah, that's possible.
Dirk Gently. That's like the softcore version,
That's the softcore version. Oh God! If you guys haven't seen Boogie Nights, you are missing out right now.
So, but yeah, so if you like Supernatural, you like Sherlock, you're a fan of light thriller mystery type things, and you want to hear a lot of British accents, it's the show for you.
It sounds a lot like Dresden Files.
It does have a Dresden Files kind of feel about it.
Yeah.
A little bit more British, and it's probably because I think I've watched Sherlock since I watched Dresden Files, and I love Dresden Files. Oh, yeah. And that's probably why I went Sherlock first. And that and the sets look very similar to me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
I mean, I just have to support, Dresden because he's Chicago.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's always like I read like Da Vinci Code and stuff like that. We're talking about this art and stuff in Europe. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. And he's like, I'm at the Bean today. I'm like, I know exactly where you are.
Right. I can't support Sly Stallone even though he's making Tulsa King. So that tells you.
You don't support Sylvester Stallone?
No.
Okay. So then I guess it's a really, really bad thing that that I've collected all the Rocky movies.
Oh, no, I don't. You know what? I don't mind Rocky. I've watched them all. When I say I'm not a fan, it doesn't mean I haven't watched his stuff. I've watched his stuff. I'm just saying that I don't watch Tulsa King because they're going to say something that I know. And Sly Stallone's on that, so.
What did Sly Stallone do to you?
Nothing. I'm sure he's a lovely person.
It's just she wouldn't stop if you walked in front of her.
And I might say bitches be tripping you.
Hey, so let me out there that whatever was said, I don't mean no offense or nothing. I don't want you to think I'm like over here trying to be puncturing and out there and things like that. I mean, I just want everybody to kind of like get along. You know what I'm saying? Like Phil, I appreciate everything that you do. You understand what I mean?
Okay, I forgive Sly
I
Stallone.
love all the Frey girls and all the graveyards and all the dogs because I got like all kinds of dogs and everything. Hey, Adrian, I just want to say to my wife, Adrian, y'all can have this show back. I'm sorry for interrupting.
At least he apologized. Now he can come on the show. I'm afraid didn't scare him away. So I mean,
it don't take a lot to scare me and often, but she's a real nice lady. I'll go on record saying that. You know what I'm saying?
It's the worst Rocky ever, but hey.
Better than I could do.
I wouldn't say that was the worst Rocky ever. That's actually pretty good.
it's better than Rocky 5.
Hey, just for the record, I hated that movie too. I didn't get to put gloves on. You know what I'm saying?
What's a Rocky movie without gloves?
It's about your son, Rock. It's about your son.
What son? What are you talking about? Rocky gonna fight for the rest of his life.
It's just kind
That's
of
as good as it gets with
like
me.
a beast inside. You're gonna take no advice. It's gotta like a beast is gonna get it all out. It's kind of what Paulie told me to do.
Because you're a bum, Rock.
Hey, yo, Mick, you need to go ahead and just stay dead for me there, okay?
Oh, that's right there.
I'm haunted by enough, and now I got this Creed 3 movie coming out, and I don't even get to be in it.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I mean,
So
if you
tough.
see King the Conqueror, I'd run too.
He's like, no.
King
No, I'm out.
Come and just like ruin everybody's lives. So,
Hey, can I ask a
He can
segue
ruin
question?
My life a little.
yeah, absolutely. What is your segue question, sir?
So, do you guys believe that the MCU is going to make Kang the Conqueror as brutal, evil, and just savage as Thanos, or are we looking at a completely different type of antagonist for this upcoming Secret Wars adaptation?
So from what I've heard, everybody because all the soft reviews are coming out of the movie for the movie right now.
Mm-hmm.
He is completely terrifying, and he is like a lot of people are saying that they understand why he's the villain, that he's the main villain right now.
Well,
That Jonathan Majors performance is like is like beautiful.
yeah, I'd heard that too. I heard he was magnificent in this.
I think he will be very, very, very brutal and kill a lot of Avengers, and then Secret Wars come around and reverse it.
I think we're gonna find out that he's been in the MCU a lot longer than we thought he was. And that a lot of the stuff that's happening, like who's the character that Wally Scoggins?
Walter Scoggins?
What? Oh, I was gonna say Walter Goggins, but
Walter Goggins.
Walter Goggins, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's who he works for. And I think maybe Sharon Carter, the power broker, I think that's who she's talking to. I think Val knows him. I think he's got his fingers in all the MCU pies. And I think that's what we're going to find out is happening in phase 5.
you know who I think
I think it's
Broker
Doom.
talking to? Yeah, so it's exactly what I was
Doom.
gonna say. I was gonna say, you know
See,
what? Power Broker.
I thought that too, and I'm okay with that too. If that happens, I'm cool with it. I just know that Kang's done that in the past. Like he's
But-
been the puppet master and
Well, yeah,
pulling
especially with Kang,
strings.
especially with Kang Industries.
Yeah.
Was it QUANG?
Yeah.
Kang Industries. I can see that too. I mean, I 100% because they've already said that this is gonna lead into Young Avengers.
Mhm.
We're gonna get at some point 100%. We're gonna get
Iron Lad.
Iron Lad.
Yeah.
Because it would not make sense for us not to get Iron Lad in this. But like,
If they Frank Boner us again, I swear to
God.
God.
I think Doom is gonna be the actual villain in this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Doom and Kang also may know each other. Like I think there's an insidiousness going on now after Infinity War and Endgame.
Right.
Like there's like that 5 years, although they haven't really mentioned it or anything, like we see little bits. I think that is where Doom started coming into it, and we may start seeing that he's under some stuff and that Kang's, and then they're gonna find each other, and then they're gonna be like, well, enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing, until they can double cross each other, and that's what's gonna happen.
I thought you were gonna say kiss.
Well, hey,
They found each other.
I'll be right back.
They may have had a meet cute. We don't know. We don't know
Well,
what
that's
a
meet cute.
villain meet cute is. Maybe they, touched hands while trying to go for the same artifact and something happened and there was a spark. And it wasn't just their outfits. It was actually them. And then things developed and their breakup is going to be them double crossing each other.
I can see
I
it.
mean, he's got variants. It's not like that, maybe that they have a variant King who's into metalworks. We don't know.
King the lover.
Now remember, if they do Doctor Doom correctly,
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is going to be like, oh, I'm a hideous monster and I can't be seen and all this other stuff. And then they're going to do a reveal where he's just like ridiculously handsome and has a baby scar on his face. Because that's what
And it's going to be Keanu Reeves.
Oh, God. But I mean, like, what happens in the comics, right? Like, he is like, when you finally see him, when they finally do the face reveal, you find out that he's, like ungodly handsome.
Yeah, and isn't that why they did the Deadpool face reveal? Is because everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be like Doom. He's gonna be totally hot," and then he like was super scarred and everything. Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, that was a goof on the whole Doctor Doom thing."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really want to see Doom. I think that they need to do a real good Doctor Doom, and I'm waiting for it.
Well,
but I also want to give Kang his due because Kang is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's face it. Doom is Iron Man and Doctor Strange together. He is the technology and magic combined.
Right.
And they have to have Iron Man face off at least against Kang and Doom just to have to combine the science and magic together to be able to defeat him. Yeah,
somebody in the New Rockstars the break room live chat today was talking about how they thought that instead of because they were talking about Thunderbolts and they were like, well, I don't even know if it was Thunderbolts. They were talking about something and they were talking about how they felt like Hammer should be like the villain in the Thunderbolts or something like that. And and they were like, no, we need somebody new. And I was like, well, why can't, that got me on the 5-year gap and who's filling the vacuum of Tony Stark being gone. And somebody's got to do it, right? And he hasn't been doing like government contracts. So, there are people vying for it. There's going to be some incredibly smart person that's going to take up that mantle. And I don't see why it couldn't be Kang variant or Doom or an agent of theirs.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because Justin Hammer's not smart. So
no, Justin Hammer can't be the next Iron Man. But I mean, there's a lot of smart people that don't know anything, especially if you get somebody young. What if they get the kid from Miss Marvel, Bruno? I always forget his name because I don't talk about him.
you know who should fill this void, and I mean, there's a possibility we can get him, but I mean, like, you know who's 100% should fill that void?
Who?
Norman Osborn.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what they were talking about, that like a young Norman Osborn, and I thought, well, that might be cool, and especially if you put a Spider-Man on the Young Justice, because like Miles, isn't he in Young Justice?
As
Or
right,
was?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you do that, I mean, you could do a Norman Osborn, and he could actually be a big bad for Young Justice if he's younger, and if he's a contemporary of Peter's, then yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities, but obviously somebody's going to take that up. You don't create a vacuum and something doesn't fill it, because it's just the way the world works. So.
Right. No. Yeah. Norman Osborn would be like the best case scenario choice for somebody who fills that void. Right.
Yeah.
Especially because you know Norman Osborn. Yeah, he's Green Goblin, but then at the same time he's also Iron Patriot. So I mean, like that's and then he also runs the Dark Avengers. So I mean, like there's a lot of storylines that you can go into if we just add Norman Osborn as a character here.
Yeah, I don't know if Sony's gonna like let him go though. So I mean, it's that's the hard thing. It's like you can't really. There's so many characters that would be perfect, but because they're Spider-Man adjacent or Spider-Man related, we can't use them. Like, how many times have I wanted Jessica Drew to show up because she was a freaking agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. for so long, and she's a freaking Skrull, and I'm like, this would be perfect. But you can't because she's freaking Spider-Woman.
Well,
But
and then with
that's
Osborn, yeah, you can get like Aldra Smythe in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. There's workarounds with this because kind of like that's how they got Wanda Maximoff, because technically she's a part of the X-Men universe, so Fox had the rights to her, but you know they worked out that deal where Fox got Quicksilver and Marvel got Scarlet Witch, because Scarlet Witch is also a major part of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I mean, and I understand why they didn't, like, they're just foregoing Inhumans right now altogether. And I'm wondering if they're just going to erase them and just fold in those characters as some sort of X-Men offshoot or mutant offshoot, because
I would understand that, mainly because of what they did with Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was a human, and they made her a mutant in this. So
yeah, it seems like that's the way they're going. And I can't say that I'm okay with it. I mean, if we get all the characters, but like they've also introduced that Black Bolt was the leader of the Inhumans, and it may just be that they don't call them Inhumans in 616, but they do in 838. And so, I mean, who knows? But now that we've got all this multiversal stuff, and you know, we're going to have to keep track and tally, you know, is this character in 838? Is it in 616? Is it in a totally different one that we haven't been to yet? Is it, you know, I mean, and so we'll have to keep score.
Yeah, 616, we're going to be getting a different Reed Richards, because they've already announced that Shackman already announced that it's not going to be
Krasinski. Yeah.
Krasinski. Sorry. Not Ted Kaczynski. John Krasinski.
You mean Johnny Krasinski?
You mean Matt Shankman?
Matt Shankman?
Shankman?
You mean Shankman?
Well, I just love it that whenever somebody meets a director that has an MCU project that has been announced, everyone assumes that that's why those people are meeting them. Matt Shankman also has other movies going on, and so people are like, Mila Kunis went and talked to him, and I was like, we don't know why she talked to him. Leave her alone.
Shut up, Meg.
Mila Kunis, though, could be a decent Sue Storm, though.
Yeah, I mean, if they go with the sarcastic, rolling your eyes, oh my God, what the hell is going on type of person, absolutely. She would absolutely be great.
How far into Fantastic Four history do you want to go, though? Like, are we talking they've already had their kid?
Yeah.
Because then we would need more of a loving mommy sort of Sue Storm.
Yeah. Didn't they have 2 kids?
I don't know, but I
thought they had a daughter.
I will say this. if Marvel is gonna go 3 major villains, because we've had Thanos, right?
Mhm.
And we're getting Kang the Conqueror, right? If they go all the way through Secret Wars, I think the next big thing to follow that needs to be Onslaught.
Oh,
would be
well,
great.
I hadn't even thought about Onslaught. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and I've mentioned that in the past. Like I think Onslaught would be an amazing villain in the MCU at some point. But I mean, we need Wolverine. We need Magneto. We need Professor X, obviously. Like we need the Shadow King. Like I mean, there's a couple of different characters that we need in order to get Onslaught.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Cable,
Right.
If we're gonna
Hulk.
get the Shadow King, we have to have
Storm.
Mr. Sinister.
We have to have Storm.
Mr.
too.
Sinister's actually.
Yeah, and Storm.
So there's rumors that Mr. Sinister's in the works, that he might be
Yeah.
that he might actually end up being the villain in Deadpool 3.
Oh, that's cool.
That would
And
make sense
also,
because
I
they
would
could
love
pull that from the
Hellfire
Deadpool
Club.
game.
Yeah, they could.
But not only that, because Sinister, and we talked about this on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, because I joined.
Sinister is a mutate, right? So he's not born a mutant. The other big thing with that too is the Institute in Deadpool 3 is the I forgot his last name, but it's the Nathan something
The
Institute.
Nathaniel Essex.
Essex.
Yeah.
It's the Nathaniel Essex Institute. Like the name of the institute.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Ah!
So they've
Sorry.
already kind of established that Mr. Sinister exists in this universe.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
hi,
I
James.
just love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, I mean, we have to keep Sinister around because we need Savage Land.
Oh my God, Savage Land! If they did Savage Land at any point, I would be a happy man because I just for some reason I don't feel like they're ever going to get to a point where they can do Savage Land, just because there's so much storytelling once you add the X-Men in that to stay within like the mainstay MCU, it would be so hard to do the Savage Land. I do see them doing Genosha though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cable.
It really depends on where they want to introduce, because they could do Krakoa as well. I mean, because they're an old mutant, and if they just do that, I mean, they could bypass all that. But I mean, I like Genosha. I thought that was kind of cool. It got really convoluted there for a bit, but I thought, hey, this is cool, having a safe place for mutants that don't want to fit into society and just want to do their own thing. I thought that was cool.
Well, probably end up doing, if they do Genosha, it would be Asteroid M at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, one of the rumors that's going around right now in regard to like X-Men,
So many things they could do.
yeah, they're saying that what was it? I lost it. There was another rumor that I was just thinking of right now. They were talking.
Was it about the Shi'ar Empire?
No. Okay, so the Shi'ar Empire, they are going to be doing something with the Shi'ar Empire, because
Yay!
they have a lot of links with a lot of the characters that they're introducing for the cosmic sections right now. So
and they fit in with so many of them. That's why I was like, why haven't we seen anybody from the Shi'ar Empire? Because that's like a perfect. But I know it's because the X-Men. But you know, I'm just like, no, that's so great, and they really need to. And you know what that could do? That could be a backdoor open to Excalibur, which is one of my favorite.
Well, because the Shi'ar had a war with the did they fight the Skrull, or no, they fought the
they fought a lot of people.
Yeah, but one of the main storylines,
they fought the Brood for a while too. That's how how we got the Brood.
Happen at some point. The Brood has to happen at some point, but no, I'm talking about Lilandra.
Lilandra has to consult with the Kree and the Skrull.
That's what I was trying to say.
She has to consult with the Kree and the Skrull before making any galactic level decisions.
What would be dope is once Secret Wars happens, once we get Secret Wars, if they go into like say at the end of Secret Wars, you get a introduction to the Shi'ar.
Yeah. Oh man. a freaking post-credit scene, and all you see is like their ship, and then it just pulls in on Liliandra, and then who do you see next to her? Oh, hey, look, that's Professor X, and that's how we get the mutants. Hopefully, we get it before that. But what a freaking awesome post-credit scene that would be.
Professor X would be cool. I would be more excited if the Starjammers were involved in that.
Well, okay.
Okay, I will amend that. The Starjammers would be much cooler than that, but I want them both now.
Just give us a worthy Cyclops.
Here's what I want from Secret Wars. Okay, because Battle World, right?
Yeah.
I want this post credits to be a floating camera that's broadcasting to Mojo World.
Yes. And again, Deadpool 2 established that Mojo World exists.
I'm gonna cry, and if I could hug you right now, Graveyard, I totally would, because that's so fucking awesome. I love it.
That's the other thing, is that because Deadpool 2, they introduced Shatterstar, right? So remember, Shatterstar's from Mojo World, right? So I mean, like, especially like if Deadpool is coming over as is the way that Feige is saying, which I don't know if you guys saw the news, but Feige announced today Deadpool is confirmed as rated R.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And like he said, he wants the studio to go on for 80 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So
so with my theory, I want MT to call me up. I want to go on fucking Rogue Theory with that.
That would be awesome.
That's my Rogue
have
Theory.
us on MT Rogue Theory. You coward.
That's my Rogue Theory, and I want Jim Carrey as Mojo.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey as Mojo would be so dope. He would have to wear so much prosthetics, just because I don't want it to be like kind of how he's been with Dr. Robotnik, right? Like I don't want a skinny version of him. No, he needs to be the fat, disgusting. Not saying that fat people are disgusting. This Mojo in general,
no, I'm pretty disgusting.
Disgusting monster, right? With like his long fingers and just kind of like the nastiness that is Mojo. Well, like.
And what's really funny about that is if you remember Mojo from the X-Men cartoon from the 90s, all Jim Carrey has to do is just act the way he did on that stupid Grinch movie, and he's got it sold.
Yes.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
I don't know if he'll do. I don't know if he'd do that
Mojo.
again.
He gave up acting, so I mean,
He's doing the Grinch too, so he'll do it again.
Oh, why?
Money.
What about? I was thinking let's say Jim Carrey says no, screw you. I don't want that much money. Go away. Okay, let's just say he says that.
Yes.
So I was thinking Jack Black might be good. I was thinking that Will Ferrell might be good. Will Ferrell? No, I'm not. I'm not thinking of Will Ferrell. I'm thinking of somebody else.
I want Will Ferrell as Cyclops' dad.
I want Will Ferrell as retired.
I don't know if I would like him as I'm forgetting Cyclops' dad's name, but
Corsair.
I kind of would still want somebody who is like seemingly young to be Corsair, because I like the idea of Corsair being human, but just because of his extended time in space, that he doesn't age as rapidly as everybody else.
I was gonna say, if you wanted a decently aged Corsair, you could get Jonathan Frakes, because he would fit the role very, very well if they just dyed his beard and hair.
John Hamm would also be good.
I want John Hamm as Sinister.
I'll tell you what, I always
he'd be a really good Sinister. I do agree with that. Yeah. But it's not Will Ferrell. It's somebody else. I'll remember it. But I know Jack Black could do a good job. He would be a different.
I would like Jack
Mojo,
Black.
but I think he would.
Mojo.
Yeah, I could see him doing that if Jim Carrey said no, because I think Jim Carrey would be great.
Oh yeah, that's my theory. That's my hope and dream, is have the camera pan out and they're watching Battle World and Mojo World. And
I loved X Babies. I loved X Babies.
So
you can't have X Babies without Mojo.
So if we're talking like who's gonna play who, I've actually had time to watch this actor play a lot of good roles, a lot of leadership roles, and I honestly believe David Nolan would make the best Cyclops ever.
David Nolan.
David Nolan played Prince Charming from Once Upon a Time.
Okay, I know exactly.
Oh, okay. He was in one of the Thors.
So here's the deal
yeah.
with Nolan. Nolan would have to play a leader Cyclops, not a bitchy whiny Cyclops, not a Jean, this, that, and the other Cyclops. Oh, where is she, Sinister? No. The
Wait a
leader.
minute. We got to talk about this. You said you like the essence of characters, and that's the essence of Cyclops.
Cyclops.
He's a whiny,
he is a whiny, obsessed
leader.
Jean Grey person.
You know,
and there's the weird sexual, like you know,
who likes to have sex with people that look like Jean.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Did he not sleep
Bangs her
with
clone.
Psylocke?
I don't know, but I mean, because he bangs her clone, we get Cable. So like,
right. And like, wasn't like Rachel is like Rachel Summers is like a different Earth Jean and Scott child too, and like there's so much like he has
so
like many
800
issues.
kids.
In any case,
he's got so many.
David Nolan needs to play Cyclops.
Oh, I love it. Like if they do the older ones, I'm on board with that.
I want a seasoned X-Men team. No more rebooting this shit. I want a seasoned, we are in the middle of it. They've already gone through their crap X-Men team. Like, give me middle.
I want them to do not a first class movie, but I want them to do something where the characters involved, like the first movie, the first X-Men ensemble movie, I want it to be the first class. I don't want it to be, I get it. A lot of people want to see the characters from the cartoon, and
I want the blue and gold squad. Give me the 90s blue and gold squad.
I want the original team first and get the first class. And when I say the original first class, I mean Beast before he gets the blue hair.
And Beast that looks like a
basically like what they did with Captain America.
60s
I'm talking OG first class. I'm talking so we're talking Beast, Angel, Jean Grey, Iceman,
Marvel Girl. It is
Marvel Girl and Cyclops. Like I want them, and then you expand the team from there. And again, I want Rogue, but I want a Rogue that has absorbed a version of Miss Marvel, so we get the actual Rogue.
You mean Captain Marvel now?
I'm sorry, Captain Marvel, but I mean,
Carol,
because he absorbs Danvers. So just so everybody knows, because they skipped her Miss Marvel days, she absorbs Danvers, and I see that them going down that road because it seems like they're slowing down with Brie Larson.
Yeah,
so I can see them using Brie Larson's version as the one that gets absorbed by Rogue, and then from going forward, the new Captain Marvel will be Monica Rambeau, and then we'll keep Miss Marvel the way she is because she's a badass as is.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, they depowered Carol for a little bit, but then she got her powers back.
Everyone gets depowered.
Yeah, because of what was it? Quasar's girlfriend. What was her name?
Ooh.
She was red, had fire hair. I can't remember her name.
Firestorm. No, I'm kidding.
I want to say right. No, wrong. That's wrong. But you know who I'm talking about, right? Like she actually helped her get her powers back at some point.
Right.
And then I could see them doing that, like Carol having to figure out how to be a human again without having powers for like half a thing, and I think that would be cool. But
Metzo's
sorry,
back.
hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hold on, I gotta yell at my dog. Hold on.
Metzo's back. Hey, Metzo. She's
Damn it, puppy!
I also want if they're going to bring any kind of conclusion to Wanda in this universe, I think they should end her with House of M.
I don't think they're going to conclude her because right now people think she's dead because of the fate in Doctor Strange. Now she's signed on to do.
She's dead.
Well, I was gonna say she signed on for 3 more movies at this point. So I mean, like she's not dead. But number 2, she is the most powerful character in Marvel. Period.
She's a Nexus being.
No more mutants.
Right.
That's all she had to say.
And that's the whole thing, is that people especially people who only know the MCU, do not realize how powerful she really is.
Oh yeah, they have no
You know,
clue.
like, everybody's just like, oh yeah, I mean, she's kind of cool. Like, okay, go back to Infinity War, or was it Endgame? I think it was Endgame.
It was Endgame, yeah.
Yeah. When she fights him, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are, right? She single-handedly hands Thanos his ass.
Yep.
Like, and that's just a glimpse of how powerful she is, you know?
Yeah.
That was before she realized she was the Scarlet Witch.
Right.
I mean, if we go through MCU, now she knows. So, I mean, even if she wanted to die, I don't think her Nexus being part of her would allow her to die.
Yeah,
so,
seriously, mutant plus Darkhold equals broken.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's way more than that. Her mind, like in the comics, her mind was messed with so many times.
Right.
She didn't know who she was for the majority of her life. When she found out who she was, she found out that her father was a mass murderer. You know what I mean? It's like, I would be broken too.
He's a liberator. Let's get it right.
Who actually, remember, it turns out not to be her father.
Right. Yeah. Who turns out not to be your dad. So then he was lying to her to manipulate her to get her to do what he wanted her to do.
He also thought that she was his daughter, though. Like that has to do with more with everything happening at Wonder Corps, because he honestly thought that he was her father. And when she says no more mutants, and she doesn't die, and Quicksilver doesn't. Quicksilver doesn't die. Or do I have that backwards? I'm trying to remember what happened, but like how she finds out that Magneto's not her dad. It was part of that. It was part of House of M.
It was part of House of M, but I thought that was, well, no, I think that was probably before. That there may have been something that somebody told her. So I can't remember. It's been a while since I've read it. But yeah, it's Marvel Comics just did so many women wrong. So many female characters wrong. Jean died a bajillion times and got resurrected. I mean, Donna Troy died a billion times and got resurrected. So I guess I can't say DC does any better than that. But yeah, they just did them wrong.
What they're doing is like just trying to like add to the arc. And a lot of times when they kill off characters, it's because they really think they're going to kill these characters off. And then they realize there's more stories to tell. We can't kill this character. We have to bring it back.
Yeah.
Well, speaking they killed off Superman, and they couldn't leave Superman alone.
I know
they killed off Bruce Wayne, and turns out that Bruce wasn't dead. I mean, like they do it all the time.
Yeah,
you like at this point, and there's the trope that nobody ever truly stays dead within the comic book world. Only 2 characters have died.
It was 3.
I'm sorry.
He came back.
Right. I was gonna say only 2 characters have died. Uncle Ben, which technically Uncle Ben is back, because he lives in another universe.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with like Spider-Verse. Uncle Ben's still alive in another universe.
But in the main universes, he stays dead.
Right, right. Uncle Ben's dead. And the third one that we were talking about was Jason Todd, because Jason Todd is back.
And Bucky.
Bucky.
Yeah,
Bucky was with the rule too.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, Bucky they killed off, comes back as Winter Soldier, right? That happened late 80s, right?
Yeah, but I feel like they earned
late 80s.
Those.
I thought it was like 2010.
No, it was before that. No, he came back. Yeah, they didn't say.
I mean, Captain America they killed off, and then turns out he came back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's everybody. But no, I mean, and with Bucky, they didn't for the longest time. It was such a mystery for the longest time who he was, who Winter Soldier was, and I feel like Bucky earned that resurrection. But like some of the stuff with Jean Grey, Donna Troy, and just like, I mean, a lot of people, women getting fridged. It's just, I just have like hand gestures. That's it. I don't even have I don't have words. I can't.
I was saying the OP-ness of Superman, where Superman can never actually die.
Well, and then the whole thing where they made 4 different ones, and it was like, oh, who's the real Superman? You know, it's like, yeah, just bring him back. You know, it's like, I don't even want to know. Just bring him back.
Now,
And then they killed Donna. One of them killed Donna.
Right.
And then they brought her back.
Now we are going off on amazing tangents, but we have a bracket to continue.
Oh, that's right. There's a bracket. It's
There
a bracket
is.
time. Bracket on the boo. Bracket on the boo. Bracket,
Where's
bracket,
LaJack?
bracket on the boo.
He is also off for the night, but I mean, this is not. It's not. We have a master of the bracket, and that master of the bracket is Graveyard.
Woo! I was gonna say, don't you dare say me, because I have no idea what the bracket's about.
We are doing the most hero of heroes and most villainous of villains. So
that's me.
And
both.
so Matt
Thank you.
Aguilar was on last week.
Bracket done.
Yeah, Matt Aguilar from Comic Nation was on last week, and we got into some pretty heated conversations. He had so much fun because he was just like, I don't get to talk like this to people, and he goes, it's crazy because I do a comic book podcast and I do a comic book show on comicbook.com. I don't get to talk this stuff with people this often, so it's great.
Geek Saga and Tyler in the house. How's it
Yes,
going?
Woo!
They
All
came
right.
just in time because we're getting ready to do this bracket.
Yes. So I know we did one portion.
Hi,
region of the
James.
heroes.
We didn't tell James hi. Hi,
I
James.
said hi, James.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear it.
So I think we should do a villain bracket this week.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh, it's on.
Oh,
we're going.
so this
It's
is-
going down.
we're
I am
doing the
gonna
most
screw all
villain-
of your villains right now. Let's do this.
Your most villainous villains, right?
Right.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start off right off the bat with number 1 in this region, Joker.
Boo! Boo! Joker's overrated.
No, that's
Versus-
bullshit. Joker is one of the best villains ever created.
Yes. So Joker, number 1
I can no
seed,
longer be on this episode. No,
versus Mystique.
Mystique. It's
No.
Mystique.
No,
Mhm.
the more villainous villain between Joker and Mystique. Okay, I get it. Mystique is a very villainous person, but she has shown a lot of vulnerabilities, especially in some of the stuff as of late. Where, yeah, I mean, she does have a lot of villain tendencies, but the Joker is pure chaos.
Hey,
The Joker
I have a lot of chaos in me, and that doesn't mean that I'm the most villainous villain of all villainhood. I am just a chaotic person, and I lean into that. So that's not a good argument. Give me another one.
I mean, this is
And Gravy just goes, she chose violence today, and she's come to party.
Yeah, no. So, okay. The Joker, to a point, is a character that is nothing but a monster. You know, like he is. There's no humanity in the Joker whatsoever. Even to the point, again, the unreliable narrator. Once they start getting to a point where they want to explain the origins of the Joker, we find out it's not true because the Joker is an unreliable narrator, which they kind of played with in the movie, right? But I mean, like, the Joker is not just pure chaos, but like he is the embodiment of evil. He kills because he enjoys killing. He finds joy in killing people, and he kills people so he can try and get a rise out of Batman. Right? Like he is just evil embodiment, right? And embodied.
He's a sociopath and a psychotic.
He is.
I mean,
anytime that I have to give an example for what sociopathic tendencies are or what a sociopath is like, the Joker is my number 1 example.
So you're saying you're voting for Mystique then, Phil, right? Got it.
Absolutely. Definitely the one I'm voting for. No, the Joker. Come on.
So okay, so let's talk about Mystique. So she can turn into anybody she wants.
True.
And manipulate anyone she wants. So she could actually kill every person on this planet by impersonating the president and nuking the world.
She could, but has she? That's the thing. Is there is intent versus action, right? Yes, Mystique has the ability to do something like that, but she's never actually gone through with stuff like that. And she actually has a conscience. Like, there are times where she chooses not to do something because her conscience gets the best of her.
And then we find out later it was because she was manipulating someone to believe that she had a conscience so that they would be on her side and do her bidding. So if she knows she can do that and she doesn't do that, that's not because she has a conscience. That's because she believes in something that in mutants. She doesn't want to kill mutants. She wants to kill humans, but she doesn't want to kill mutants.
But Joker wants to kill everybody.
No, and see, I don't think that's true. I don't think Joker wants to kill everyone. I think Joker only wants to kill people that are going to get a rise out of Batman.
No, but the thing is Joker is willing to kill anyone that gets in front of him, not even in his way, that gets in front of him. There have been times in the comics where he has shown that he's willing to kill Harley. This is supposed to be the person that he loves, even though that is a heavily abusive relationship. But I mean, like,
but if he's a psychopath and a sociopath with narcissistic tendencies, he doesn't love anybody but himself, and he's just fixated on Batman. So I just don't see that he is a bigger villain than a villain who could kill every single person on this planet.
Okay,
I mean, that's just me.
The Joker killed a pregnant Lois Lane to goat Superman into killing everyone.
Yeah, okay, blah blah blah. You're talking about like this offshoot Elseworlds freaking like game that they turned into a comic.
But the thing is that in that Elseworld it happened, whereas we haven't had anything where Mystique has gone through with these actions that you say she would have. Also, and you're really gonna hate me for this, right?
Yeah, probably.
I'm
not gonna hate you. We're having a lively discussion.
You are going to hate me for what I'm about to say right now. Okay. I do like Mystique as a character.
Yeah.
Mystique, in comparison to the Joker, is a B-list villain.
Okay. So I do agree with you. I do find her as more of as not really like, she's not the brains behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like for a while, Destiny, like her and Destiny were together. And I think Destiny really helped keep her having her humanity or her mutanity. Can we say mutanity?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And so I think that's probably what it is. She does listen to reason, where Joker just does what he wants.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if we're talking about a villain who is the most villainous, Mystique is capable of way more villainy than the Joker is. That's all I'm saying.
We're not talking powers. We're talking villainy.
Yeah, and again, the argument we're making is she has the potential to be a greater villain versus somebody who has shown in multiple cases, in multiple universes, that he is the ultimate villain, that he is willing to kill anybody and he does not care about anyone.
Thank you, James. Thank you for being on my side. Right. I appreciate it.
Forrest, who are you voting for? Joker. All right. I'm voting for Joker.
Oh my God, Forrest! I can't believe. No, I'm just kidding.
It's 6-2 Joker, I think.
Yeah, and Eugene said the same thing. Like, pretty much, he wants to watch the world burn. He does.
He does.
And if he had Mystique's powers, can you imagine that?
If he had Mystique's powers, everyone would be dead.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, he would. Yeah. He'd just become Batman.
The best thing is think about it, right? If they swap powers. Mystique would just be a regular ass person.
Yeah.
And the
just
Joker
be like, doo, 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 doo. I agree. I mean, I do agree. If Joker had her powers, everyone would be dead.
Everybody would be dead. The Joker would literally kill everybody just because he could.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll save this debate. Okay, so the next.
I'm sorry, guys.
okay.
Did we make you uncomfortable?
No.
No.
I seriously, I love Phil. Phil,
Uh,
you're still in my heart, Phil.
I love you. You know that.
I know.
All right.
It's
so-
always good to have these wonderful, lively discussions where we can
Absolutely.
still be friends, but argue and
The
tell
best
each other you're going
it
to
just-
hate us. And-
This really just it just shows how nerdy we are because we are really getting into it.
yeah, I just am not. I'm not a Joker fan, and this is even before the Killing Joke. I was not. I was like, okay, cool. He's going to come and he's going to try to kill people to get Batman's attention. And I was like, all right, seen it, done it.
But it's
Well,
not
don't
always
care.
Batman though. Like, you know, a lot of times he gets to, especially like in World's Finest, he gets to a point where he just wants like they mentioned, he just wants to watch the world burn. He just wants
Oh, yeah.
he wants actually the Killing Joke made like kind of made the best point of what his intentions are. He
Mhm.
wants everybody to see the world the way he sees it.
Yeah, and
He is willing.
Heath Ledger as Joker, I felt like had the essence of Joker the most, where he was totally unreliable as a narrator. He
Want to know?
honestly, you didn't know. You want to know where my scars come from. Although all of the like everything he said was amazing, like about how they could, like, he had been thinking about people are going to ask him, and he just had all these things right there on the top of his head.
My father was
Right.
One day he goes off crazier than usual. Mommy gets the kitchen knife to defend herself. He doesn't like that. Not one bit.
That's awesome. But yeah, no, I thought he was great. And I did love that line where he just wants to watch the world burn. Because, I mean, really, honestly, he does. I agree with all of that. I just think
Sending a
he
message.
is overhyped, overused, and we need to move on from our Joker fascination.
I mean, I love the Joker just because for a character that is so kind of how you're saying is a character that's been so overdone and a character that kind of hasn't evolved much, you still get new and interesting stories out of him.
Best thing that came out was Harley. I haven't really read that much about Punchline, but I hear she's pretty cool too. So, but I haven't read anything. So, hey, shout off in the comments. Shout out in the comments if you guys have read anything about Punchline and if you think she's just a pale imitation of Harley or if she's the real deal.
Right. Young Phil needs to take his blood.
This is just one of the parents.
All right, what's next?
The 4 seed Ultron versus Dark Phoenix.
Oh.
It's villainy, right?
Yeah. I'm going Ultron. Ultron is the ultimate. He has one purpose in mind.
One of his variants could, I mean, like in What If, we saw one of his variants got all of the stones, incorporated them into his body, and was going to destroy not only his universe, but all the universes. Mm-hmm. So I would say Ultron. I mean, I do agree Dark Phoenix is a villain and a strong one, but a lot of the motivation for Dark Phoenix is not villainous. It's just they want to survive. Whereas Ultron physically makes that decision to
and also he evolves himself to become better at being bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think that's it. So I mean Ultron, all the way Ultron.
Yeah, I kind of agree on this one. I feel like Ultron is a much more villainous villain in comparison to Dark Phoenix. Because Dark Phoenix, it's kind of like the entity itself is fighting with itself because it's like its need to control the universe, its need to be the strongest being in the universe and everything like that. But you also have kind of like the morals of Jean Grey within it, within her fighting the entity back.
Well, you have the morals of any host the Dark Phoenix takes on.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because that's not. Jean's not the only Dark Phoenix host. I mean, Rachel Summers did it, and then there was some like alien
Madeline did it.
guy. Madeline did it, and or Madeline.
I say fun fact for anybody who's only seen Dark Phoenix in the movies.
Yeah.
Dark
There
Phoenix
was also
is not something that is a part of Jean Grey's personality. Dark Phoenix in general is an ancient being that uses Jean Grey as a host. That's for anybody in the chat that is unfamiliar with why we're talking about Phoenix in the third person.
And then I think at one point, one of the Guardians of the Galaxy had the Phoenix Force.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, they fought someone with the Phoenix Force, and I can't remember what they called them, but it was a really good run.
Yeah.
So,
what about you, Force?
Ultron.
Yeah, I feel like Ultron is definitely a
yeah.
I think that
Ultron
one is pretty. Like,
but it's,
I mean,
at least 4 and 5. Yeah.
At least Mystique is a villain. You know what I mean? Like, that's why the Joker Mystique thing to me was.
When the Phoenix is Dark Phoenix, it is a villain. When it's just the Phoenix, it's not a villain. But I mean, that's two. You can argue that's two different things.
Namor was also had it. I mean, a lot of people had the Phoenix Force at one time. Like Cyclops had a little bit, Emma Frost had a little, Namor had. Like they split it up into 7 during that one.
Well, I mean, in fairness for Cyclops, if there's a different personality inside Jean's body, he's still going to tap that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely.
Well, heck, Emma, she like Emma Frost. She put in his head that she was Jean Grey, and yeah, I mean that was their kink, and it's like, okay, dude, you really need to get over this now. Maybe take off those quartz glasses and see people so that you know that they don't all have red hair.
That's all he sees is red.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he sees is red. Rose-colored glasses.
You guys saw the whole thing about them explaining Scott's like why he sees things the way he sees them. Like why it's so the optic blasts aren't actual energy. It's
portals.
It's portals from another dimension. I was like, that's fucking nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So Ultron has this one.
Okay.
So then we have Darkseid versus Venom.
Darkseid.
Ooh, Darkseid. I love Venom as a character, but again, depending on which version of Venom we're talking, I mean, at some point, all of them have become heroes.
I'm talking about this. Let's talk about the symbiote itself. Not,
So,
not symbiote, symbiote.
So are you talking about like
Venom, the Venom itself, not Eddie Brock Venom.
The who was the one that created Venom? Null.
Oh, Null. Yeah.
Null. Yeah. So would we be talking about Null then?
Well, he's more of a god than he is anything else.
Yeah, okay.
He's the symbiote god. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Venom's pure thing is driven purely by wanting to eat people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ultimately his goal. Now, you can say that it's a weak. Like I said, we're not talking about how to defeat it, but his weakness, Venom's weakness, comes from that he essentially imprints on somebody, and then usually gets their morals imprinted upon him because it's a symbiotic relationship. It's not,
So he's like a werewolf,
kind of.
So he's a dog most of the time, and he imprints, and then for a few nights a month, he wants to eat everything.
I mean, if he was able to survive without a host, then he'd be more villainous, I would say. But because he has to have a host body to survive, unfortunately, part of it, he does get part of them into him. So that's why, Eddie's able to control him and other people. And obviously, if you have a villainous person take over the symbiote, then you have bad stuff. But
yeah,
I mean, so, and we have one vote. How many votes for Darkseid?
I said Darkseid.
I mean, I'm going Darkseid on this, and it's just because Darkseid, if we're gonna get into intentions and things like that, like the symbiote is more of, it's more like ravenous hunger.
Yeah,
it's more like an animal,
right?
Yeah,
versus versus Darkseid, whose entire intention is to destroy the universe.
It would be like, it's like how we said Ultron versus Dark Phoenix.
Right.
Whereas the Phoenix Force isn't necessarily evil. It's just ancient.
Like you look at Darkseid, and Darkseid's whole reason for being, and his whole intention is to find the anti-life equation so that he can control beings of power and use them to his whim to destroy everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, like his whole thing is destruction. That's all he cares about, is destroying everything and acquiring more power for himself. If there's anything more villainous than that, I don't know what it is.
That's
true.
What
about you, Fours?
Darkseid.
All right.
He's just letting us all just like blah 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 blah, blah. And then he comes in and he goes, "Oh, Darkseid."
I mean, yeah, Darkseid.
I feel like these verses here are mismatched. Like we're just putting.
It's a bracket. It's a bracket.
Yeah.
You always number 1 versus number 8, and you do the middle together. It's just like any other bracket.
Fair enough.
So.
Mystique never had a chance. She never had a chance.
She didn't even have a chance, man.
All right.
Mezzo, we knew you knew that the Phoenix wasn't Jean herself.
So
we love you.
Is it okay? This is number 2 then versus number 7. This might be a better matchup for you fours. Lex Luthor versus Red Skull.
Let's let Forge take this.
Luthor.
You think he's more villainous than Red Skull? I would say that their plans are pretty much the same.
Mercy, do me a favor. Take the cure for cancer that we found and divvy it up into 60 years of treatments, therefore never curing the cancer, even though we have the cure for it. Therefore, we continue to make billions and billions of dollars off of it and make it happen now. Yes, Mr. Luthor.
I forgot about that. Holy shit. Like, Luthor is a piece of shit. He is.
Yeah.
And no matter what,
does being a piece of shit make you a villain?
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
No matter
being a piece
what,
of shit makes you the ultimate villain.
No matter what.
That's why my ex-husband will be on the top of it. No, I'm just kidding. My ex-husband is not a piece of shit. He's a very nice person. So,
but no matter what version of Luthor you get, I mean, you have Crime Lord Luthor, who, you know, was jealous of Superman because he had powers, right? And just was willing to destroy things just because he was jealous of Superman, right? You get into President Luthor, who has exceeding amounts of power. You have business magnate Luthor, who was the one he just made an example of right now, where it's just he's willing to do anything and everything in order to maintain his own power and his own pocket of power. Like, Luthor is a pretty villainous dude. Now, going into Red Skull, I mean, number 1, he's a freaking Nazi. So I mean, like, there's that, right?
that gives him +1 on the villainy scale.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you're a pure villain because
wait, no. I think Nazi's +2 on that scale now. They redid it a while ago, and I totally forgot about it.
I did not see that coming.
If we're gonna get into Red Skull, I mean, like, he gets plus points for being a Nazi. Like, you know, if we're gonna talk about villains, right?
Yeah.
But then not only is it's not just him being a Nazi, it's also just, again, his intent, the things that he does. You know, he never has good intentions for anything. The guy just, and even to a point where he wanted more power, to the point where he was like, he used Hitler as like a way for him to get power, as a vehicle for his own power.
Oh yeah, I mean, and somebody who's gonna use Hitler,
yeah,
dude. I mean, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I see both, because I think Luthor is a really, I mean, if we're gonna, the way that I look at villains is, you've got your overt villains, you've got your like behind the scenes villains, and then you've got your Jokers that are monsters and chaos and all that villains, which are just kind of doing whatever they're going to do, which usually screws up the ones that are behind the scenes plans. But you've got there are different types of villains, and Luther is definitely a behind the scenes villain on most things until Superman pisses him off, and then he becomes like overt villain. I think of him and Kingpin a lot alike.
The dude became Iron Man just so he could fight Superman.
Yeah. No, I'm not like I absolutely, it's hard for me because I see where they're both like they're evenly matched. Like Red Skull could have cared less about Captain America until Captain America got in his way and he realized that he was a good adversary, and then he was like, well, now I got to take him down because I got to be the best and I got to have my plan work. I mean, that was really it. But Lex had a big hate on for Superman from the beginning.
Biggest hard on for Superman.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's why I loved when Lex and Joker, and it's the only time you'll ever hear me say something nice about Joker, so you guys better be ready. But when they teamed up and the Joker actually listened to Lex, and in the World's Finest, when it was like, or it might have been Batman versus Batman and Superman, or Batman Superman, or whatever the hell they called it. The Ed McGuinness did all the art, and anyway, I'm like, but they teamed up, and it was like, oh shit, things are going down now, because you had the chaos in Joker, and then you had the order in Lex and Lex's connections, and so they could really get in and just fuck those heroes up. I mean, they did, and it was glorious. But I think of the two of those two, the Joker and Lex, that Lex was better just because he has the long-term plans. But with Red Skull and Lex, they both have long-term plans. I would probably give it to Lex just because I think Lex, they're both pretty cutthroat, and they both are willing to do whatever it takes to get what they need to do. But I think Lex having the bigger adversary has made him think so much further ahead that I think if it came down head to head, Lex would overcome Red Skull. Because I don't think Red Skull would ever get past the Nazism. And I think Lex would totally just change his beliefs on a dime if it helped him take down Superman.
I think Red Skull would give up humanity more than Lex Luthor would.
I mean, yeah, but
His intention is to advance humanity, though. So I mean, like, I can see where he's saying that on that right there. He thinks that he can find. I mean, that's the whole reason that he makes Superboy, is because he thinks that. I mean, it's partially a power thing, but I mean, like, he's also trying to see if there's a way where you can enhance humanity. You know, so I mean, like, there is that involved in it, but again, it's very much the hero of your own story archetype, right? Like, he believes he's the hero, but he is a like long-term piece of shit. So I mean, just like,
so who's your vote for then, Phil?
Ultimately, I go Lex.
Ultimately, you go Lex.
Yeah, I gotta go Lex.
I think Lex's intentions are just, you know, again, he's willing to do more than Red Skull would. Red Skull was willing to kill everybody, but I mean, his whole thing is world domination, whereas Lex has like purely evil intentions when it comes to some of the things that he does.
Yeah, and I have to. It's like it's such a small infinitesimal thing between them, but I really do have to say that it's Lex, because I think at some point Red Skull would be defeated and they would kill him. But I don't think, I mean, unless Superman goes psycho, I don't think anybody's gonna kill Lex. So I think Lex. Yeah.
All right. We only have one vote in the chat. Anyone else for Lex versus Red Skull? Right now, it's 4 for Lex, 2 for Red Skull. I'm wearing Red Skull.
Okay. I love these Easter eggs that they do with this. Check this out. So on the inside of the box, if you push this up, it's got like a whole little scene of this dude playing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not inside so cool. My Atari.
It's inside the Atari. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mine's just rusty circuit boards.
Mine had an octopus. No.
All right. So we only have Tyler and Geek Sky. What about you, James or Mezzo? Now it's 4-3.
Oh, Gravy wants the Red Skull.
Yes, I do. I'd like more Marvel villains who could advance here.
You just like red. That's what it's all about.
He's just like ultimately the Nazis more evil. That's
the Nazis more evil than the businessman. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing.
To be fair, in this day and age, businessmen are shitty. So I'm just okay.
Yeah.
But but Nazis are always shitty.
True.
Look,
and then again, a lot of businessmen are Nazis. So I mean,
yeah. I was gonna say, how do we know Lex isn't a Nazi? We don't know that. He just hasn't come out and said it yet.
Oh, I think he would distance himself. I think if he met Red Skull, I was like, all right, you're a little bit much.
I do agree that
it would be like the Cheeto and Kanye.
I do agree that Lex would distance himself from Nazis.
Yeah.
Just because Lex is also a politician. So I mean, like,
well,
and he's
I was gonna say that doesn't matter right now. But
he's also not an idiot politician like how a lot of people on the right are right now. So it's just like, hey, we're okay with Nazis. Like, no, he's not. Lex is definitely a Republican, but he's not a Republican that's okay with Nazis.
Right. He's in that sweet spot of Republicans that everybody's like, he's so cool.
And not to say that Republicans are evil. It's more saying that that he is a businessman, but he's also smart. And
he's an American.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have. I don't know. I don't want to say he's not a piece of shit because he is a piece of shit, but I mean, that's not something that's on his shitometer, right? Is being a Nazi. Like he's not a
he's like, okay, things I'm not. Nazi. Let's check that off.
All right. Graveyard,
we have my redeeming quality.
We have a new word, Graveyard. So we have shenanery and the shitometer.
Yeah. Oh, you were here. I was gonna say, were you here when I said anyway, it doesn't matter.
Shenanery's my word.
Shenanery.
Shenanery.
Like, yeah, no,
shenanery.
He definitely ranks a 10 on the shitometer.
Yeah.
But unless the shitometer goes to red, then he wouldn't, because that's not.
If he were to turn red, he would be a Nazi.
Mezzo said it perfectly right there. She said, basically Lex's whole thing towards Nazism and whatnot that's bad for business.
Yeah, that's it. But if it became good for business, he would be one. I mean, that's it. It's his religion is business and killing Superman. That is his religion.
Which is funny because he's never going to kill Superman. It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
You guys you dislike entrepreneurs more than Nazis. Got it. Noted.
I dislike shitbag entrepreneurs. I have no problem with entrepreneurs. Hey, make your money, right? But if you're a dirtbag, like how he is, like how a lot of people in the business are.
And I'm not a huge fan of Lex either. I feel like he's overexposed too. There are so many other villains that Superman could go toe to toe with it, which is why I like that they did Zod in Man of Steel versus Lex.
Lex is, he is literally the equivalent for Superman as the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it is that because you have to have your mirrors. Those are the best villains, or the mirrors. And you've got Batman, who's a little off kilter, and then you've got Joker, who's the mirror of him, and you've got Lex, and you've got Superman, and Superman is goodness and hope. So Lex is going to be evil and capitalism.
He's just protecting America. He's protecting America against them aliens from Krypton.
America.
All right.
Lex Luthor for president because America.
Exactly.
America.
All right. Well, we got through the first round of the bracket for villain.
Okay, come on, Gravy. Focus.
All
Let's do this.
right. Well, let's. I think this is okay. So
You're all
next round
okay.
is Joker versus Ultron.
Ooh.
Ultron.
Because Joker only has one thing in mind, and as much as you guys say he wants to kill people to go up to Batman, I think the Lego Batman movie got it right. He lives for Batman.
They're in love.
They are.
They should just go and get married.
They
and
should just kiss and get over
get around.
So going off of my previous argument, right? Like,
we don't have time for another argument like this about
no, I'm not.
I'm not arguing. I said Ultron.
No, I'm actually about to argue for Ultron.
Okay.
Joker, his intentions only go as far as
Gotham. Mm-hmm.
Ultron is willing to destroy existence because he doesn't fucking care about humans. He's he's a soulless machine monster. So I kind of think I'm gonna go with Ultron. As much as I love the Joker, this is how it was last week with superheroes, right? Like, as much as I love the Joker, as much as the Joker is one of my all-time favorite villains, I feel like Ultron is a more villainous character.
I agree.
Now, if we hadn't seen What If, I might actually make an argument for Joker. But
even without What If, Ultron was purely destruction.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just for the people that have only know him from like movies and TVs and the TV shows and stuff, I mean, that right there sealed it for me. That Infinity Ultron or Infinite Ultron, whatever they were calling him. That's his end game. That's it. He, if he got all the stones, he would destroy everything. So,
on the side note, Mezzo is Bamtan, he says. Look in the chat. She's Bamtam.
Bamtam.
She's not Batman. She's Bamtan.
I'm Bamtan.
I'm Bamtan.
I'm Tan Bam.
I'm Bamtan.
All right, Force?
Ultron.
All right. I mean, I don't think anyone else in the chat, unless we have 6 people show up that are voting for Joker, I think. I think Ultron's got this one here in the bag.
I'm Batman.
In the helmet, so to speak.
In the cowl.
In the cowl.
All right.
I put it in the cowl.
In the circuits. Just put it on the internet.
All right.
The robot.
Apparently that's where he learns everything.
Fight the robot. That's what we're going to do. With
All
my
right.
skills that I learned in the mountains.
So then the question is, Darkseid versus Lex Luthor.
Oh,
Darkseid.
Darkseid for sure.
Darkseid?
Yeah.
Darkseid.
Yep.
I love how calm Force is when he says Darkseid.
Now, for the sake of argument, I have a fun one put together for y'all.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Prepare to fight, Phil. It's on.
Apocalypse
Ooh.
or Vandal Savage?
Oh, shit. That's a hard one.
Shit, that's good.
That is a hard one.
I only know one of them.
You only know one of them?
Apocalypse.
So Vandal Savage is an immortal who I think he wants to shape the world into what he wants. So he's
Guys,
kind
I
of
wonder what Apocalypse is.
Yeah, no, I mean, but he's a mutant. So it's like I feel like Apocalypse has a mutant agenda.
Vandal Savage has an agenda.
No, he does. I'm not saying either way. I was explaining to Graveyard.
Somewhat,
he's an immortal being that
he somewhat has a mutant agenda. I don't feel like his agenda is really mutants as it is evolution.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I
No,
could see that.
It's deeper than that.
'Cause
Vandal Savage. Here's my argument, and this is why I cannot come to a conclusion. Apocalypse is my favorite villain of all time, but I cannot come to a conclusion between these two, and here's the reason why. Vandal Savage and Apocalypse both share so many common interests. Number one, they are both fascinated and almost hypnotized by the future. Their eyes are always on the future. Number two, their eyes are always on survival. Not survival of the fittest, just survival. They want to live. They want to live long. They want to see the outcome of it doesn't matter what race, the mutant race, the human race, any conquering species. It's really crazy because Apocalypse, if you read into what he does, he has a fascination with the Watcher.
Yeah.
Nobody is supposed to know who the Watcher is or even that the Watcher exists. And Apocalypse knows about the Watcher. Vandal Savage is for the DC universe as you progress through time. And I don't know if this is an Elseworld thing for DC, but eventually Vandal Savage is a mortal Watcher.
Yeah.
He interferes very little, if at all. And he is the witness for the outcome of time. It's really cool because if you remember Chrono Trigger and you remember the Guru of Time, Vandal Savage reminds me very much of him. Vandal Savage, I don't believe, is very villainous. He does some shitty stuff, as does Apocalypse. But again, both Vandal Savage and Apocalypse perform their acts for the sake of continuity. They are dead set on making sure at least their end of the universe remains unscathed and unspoiled.
But I have a question
that's
about
a very,
Apocalypse.
very difficult choice between the two of them.
What
What
about-
in the blazing blue hell are y'all doing?
Oh.
Lay down.
Okay, so what's your question on Apocalypse?
So my question is, okay, so one of my I love this, the Days of Future Past and also the Age of Apocalypse.
Such a terrible version of Apocalypse.
I know, and I was like, well, that doesn't seem like him at all. So
No. The Age of Apocalypse, the character in Age of Apocalypse is a pale comparison of what Apocalypse actually is.
yeah, because I thought he was so much more than that. And then when they did that, I was like, well, I mean, some of the characters are cool,
but the Age of Apocalypse is really funny because that's Apocalypse when he gets what he wants. Apocalypse is like the kid who just discovered the entire toy box and he's just got it all. It's too early. It's too it's like a regular dude before the age of 45. You know, we just don't know what the hell to do with ourselves. That was Apocalypse during Age of Apocalypse. He had too much power. He had too much in his lap. He did all the things that he wanted to do, and ultimately he ended up with a corrupt yet controlled society. It was really weird.
And the one in the movie does not feel like a
That's not Apocalypse.
Yeah, I was going to say
close to Apocalypse.
Does not feel like an alpha level threat. It is so bad.
So when I'm saying Age of Apocalypse, you guys know I mean the comic book series and not the movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, please tell me that you guys.
Honestly, the only good thing that came out of the Age of Apocalypse was Nate Gray, the X-Man.
Yeah. Oh, he
I
really
love
he was
Nate
good.
Gray, the X-Man. I really do.
I liked him. The Days of Future Past storyline, the thing I thought was the best. I mean, I loved the whole Kitty Pryde being older and that whole stuff, but Rachel Summers, I thought was the best part of that. But I love Rachel. She's like one of my favorites. So.
Phil.
Yeah.
Graveyard and I got to call it because it's Kyber Cave time.
All good.
Oh, yeah.
I actually was just finishing up on this part right here.
Well, before we call it, do we want to do our last vote for this section?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ultron versus Darkseid.
Darkseid.
I'm going to go with Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid hands down.
It's got to be Darkseid.
And thank you, Mezzo, for Wikipedia searching for me forever.
So on the Apocalypse Vandal Savage, I really think Apocalypse would be harder to kill than Vandal Savage. I think
Agreed.
Although I love Vandal Savage as a villain and think he's like he just shows up at the weirdest times and just like fucks with people, and I love it. But I just feel like Apocalypse is tethered more to villainy than Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is just like, look, I'm old, and I want you all to get off my lawn.
Yeah, that's literally what he does.
Yeah, I'm old. Get off my fucking lawn. But Apocalypse is like, I'm old, and I know exactly what we need to do here.
Apocalypse goes, you're not playing by my rules. I'm going home.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, Apocalypse is.
He doesn't get defeated.
What's his name
plans,
from?
His plans get ruined, and he goes home.
South Park. What's like his Cartman?
And goes to sleep for 1,000 years.
Yes. Apocalypse is Cartman, and Vandal Savage is Kenny.
Yeah,
they kill him, and he just comes back.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Here's the thing: I don't really watch South Park, so I just know from years. Oh my god, you killed Kenny! You bastards! That's the only thing.
Oh my god! They killed Kenny.
Well, fun fact is the meaning the Spirit of Christmas, they kill Cartman instead.
Yeah, that episode was actually really funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I know that, and I know the respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
All right,
what's going on, meow? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think Darkseid has this one in the bag.
Okay.
I voted for Ultron.
You're voting for. You just want to be the consenting of the vote. Are you going to do the report? The Supreme Courts do the dissenting opinion and the assenting opinion. You're going to do the dissenting opinion on this baby.
Are we going what the Supreme Court does right now?
No.
All right.
I'm just saying
let's just
laws of the Supreme
away
Court.
From everybody. That's what we're going to do if we're going to talk about the Supreme Court right now. Like, hey, you are not allowed to have rights. There you go.
You're no longer allowed to drink, Debbie.
You are not.
No.
You are not considered human. Okay.
I didn't realize.
Force's reaction to that was hilarious.
As soon as you said, "I'm not," he's not allowed to W. He's like, "What? No, fuck you."
No, he did the whole like, what? What?
What?
I didn't realize Lex Luthor was. I didn't realize Lex Luthor was in the Supreme Court.
And I'm sorry, the best version of Lex Luthor, and you guys can argue with me on this all day, but Mr. Krabs as Lex Luthor is my favorite, okay? Not kidding. Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor was hands down my favorite version of him.
Oh, I love Clancy Brown.
Who played him in Superman, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited?
That's Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown. Yeah, Clancy Brown. Yeah.
Is for the longest time, I thought that version of Lex Luthor was black. And I thought,
yes,
and I know who he sounds like. Why do I always forget his name?
Ron Perlman.
Ron
Perlman.
No, Lex Luthor.
Remember, it is Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, it is. No, but
it sounds just like Mr. Krabs.
But him playing Lex Luthor actually sounds a lot like God, why can't I ever think of his name?
What was he in? And I'll tell you.
The villain in everything. He was the villain of Far Cry 6.
Oh, I don't know video games.
You're on your
own. Yes, Giancarlo. He reminds I feel like Giancarlo would be a fantastic Lex Luthor voice actor.
You know what? He'd be a fantastic Lex Luthor, period. Let's get him in live action. I would love him to be Lex Luthor.
He would.
Like I said, for the longest time, I thought that Lex Luthor was black because of the way that they animated him on.
Yeah,
I did too. Like for a while, and then I was just like, "Why? It doesn't matter if he's white or black, whatever. He's
rich,
awesome,
so he does have a very good tan.
That's what it is. I thought it was badass that they made him black, right? Because it's kind of I'm so used to the white Lex Luthor, and I'm just like, oh my god, a black Lex Luthor is fucking dope, and he just seems so much cooler like that, right? And it turns out he was a white dude. He just had a tan, but it's like now in the back of my mind, now I just want a black Lex Luthor.
I'm all for that. I honestly, it's like if you get the best actor to do it, then just that's it. Like I mean,
Like
That's why.
that's a race bend I'm okay with, just because I thought that was already a thing, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, Black Lex Luthor is way more badass than White Lex Luthor.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
With, like-
Oh yeah.
Especially with like Robotic Mercy. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Robot Mercy. Like I've got a cannon for an arm. Like, come on.
hmm
Anyways,
Mhm.
guys, we got to start ending the show here because we got some Callista Protocol to play. So
Demo night.
I'm not.
We finished
I'm not
Callisto.
playing.
you finished Callisto?
I did a live stream on Friday to finish it up.
Oh no way! So what are we playing tonight?
Demos on the Nintendo
Demo night.
Switch.
Tonight is Nintendo Direct demo night.
Yes.
Okay.
I will not be
And,
there.
and then next week we're jumping back into horror.
All right. Well, that being said, then because you guys just start playing the game that I'm playing.
Mhm.
There we go.
Wait, are you playing Dead Space?
I'm playing Dead Space on Monday.
Oh, okay, cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know because I didn't. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I voted, by the way, on your poll.
Yeah. Most people vote. Like, what's funny is at the end of that, Gotham Knights is actually won, but it was like, but I gotta finish this game. I'm like right in the middle. So
Yeah.
So this all being said, guys, it's time for pluggables. Let's start with the Frey Girl.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name's Frey Girl. It's nice to meet you. Actually, my name is Jennifer, which is why it says Frey Girl, the Jennifer problem.
Not the Madison way. Like, hi, I'm Frey Girl.
Hi, I'm Frey Girl, and my name's really Jennifer with 2 N's and an I, and it's totally where you think it's gonna be. And I'm not a problem at all. At all.
Totally.
Your Madison
Uh,
voice is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been trying, I've been cultivating it for a while. Anyway, so I am, I like to drop by Distance Nerding to kind of keep Phil in line. And
Well, you failed. Finally.
you won this time, Phil. Next time I'm winning. No.
Next, I'm gonna beat your ass, dude.
No, I love the Distance Nerding guys, and hopefully one day they'll let me be on a regular basis.
We
Hopefully.
try. We just, we gotta get schedules working for us.
I mean, I'm okay. It'll be okay. I'll be fine. If I'm not on this show all the time, it's okay. No, I really thanks, James. But yeah, I'm on New Rock Stars. I'm the mod. I am not on the show.
Not yet.
I am a mod for the break room on New Rock Stars. It's
At some point, Tommy and Eric are both going to come on the show. So I mean,
oh, that'll be fun.
we're just trying to get everything scheduled, but they both
Yeah.
said that they want
I
to.
sure hope I can be there for that.
I was gonna say I'll definitely be there for that.
When
'cause-
Tommy met fours.
You're right.
I've met Tommy once.
So I do New Rock Stars, the break room, Monday through Fridays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I mod that. I'm there probably about 95% of the time. I do take an occasional day off now and then, and then Friday nights I do Kyber Cave After Dark, and so we'll be doing that tomorrow night. And I believe, guys, help me with this. The topics are going to be representation in the media, right? Like TV
I don't know what
and
was decided
movies.
on yet.
I saw the slate, but I can't remember what it says. And then the other one, Mezzo, are you still in here? If you can help us out with that, that would be great, because I know she just did it.
I think we're talking about the internet before and after.
Oh yeah, internet. Yeah, the internet. And then
The internet as a topic in general is already just, toxicity
That's a lot,
is
yeah.
what we're going to be talking about.
And then I have my own channel. It's at Frey Girl on YouTube, and I've been posting shorts. I am toying with an idea of doing kind of a little podcast, and so when that comes together and I ready for that. I will absolutely let you guys know what the name of it is and everything. But we're in the early stages of it, so hopefully that'll be it. And hopefully I can have you guys.
The Frayed Way.
I think it's going to be called like
Free the nipple. Oh.
Free the nipple. Free the Fray girl. Free the Fray girl. No, it will. I think it's going to be called like something with geek. It's something with geek in it, but I don't remember what it is right now. I'd have to get my notes. Yeah. So you can follow me on any of my any of the social medias. I'm either Fray Girl or Gotham_Oracle. If you want to hear weird stuff, I tweet a lot, and I actually respond to a lot of people's tweets.
No, hold on. I don't think we follow you on Twitter. That's the thing that I'm going to go do right now is add you on Twitter.
Oh,
yes, at Frey Girl. Yeah, I was gonna say he knows. Like James Gunn will say something, and I'm all like, "Oh my god!" Blah 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 blah. And I say, and he likes it, or he'll respond back, and I'm like, "Oh, James Gunn just responded back to me." I think in a 24-hour period, James Gunn and Mark Hamill responded back to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's my birthday."
I gotta ask Mark Hamill to come on the show because Rob Paulson said that if you ask him, he'll come on.
Yeah, and he's got so much to talk about right now too. And he's got tons of stories.
Nerd. I just want to talk. I just want to get into all the obscure nerd shit that he knows.
Oh, he's loved comics since like the 70s, as far as I know.
Thank him for being the name of my son. That's all.
I named my son Mark because
right? No, but no, so it's like, I'm on social media a lot. So if you guys, if you have Twitter, I really on Instagram, I'm on it, but I really don't do a lot of DMs on Instagram. So unless you're a friend of mine, I'm probably not gonna respond back. So just be aware of that. And then James says the deep dive does come out tomorrow. That's the second channel that New Rockstars is doing. Eric Voss is doing that, and he's really excited about it. It's going to be a deeper dive into movies and TV shows that he couldn't do on New Rockstars. So he's going to give them the attention that they deserve and just talk about them and really go in depth on that. And so I think that's going to be great. I love film and TV, so I'm very much excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. He does a really great job on it. He's not condescending. So some people sound condescending, and he's not. So he's very genuine. But yeah, so usually you can check me out on, if you want to get a hold of me, Twitter's usually good. Discord, I'm on the New Rockstars Discord. Any of their videos have the Discord link on there. If you look, it's a public Discord. So if you look up New Rockstars, it should give you the Discord on there. I just don't have the link, or I have them put it in there. But yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome.
And I'm a mom.
And she's a mom.
And I'm a mom.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I've got this again. All right. So going on from there. Force, I need you to talk about what you do, sir. Give everybody your pluggable, sir.
Go to kybercave.com. Buy a saber. Go to saberfont.com. Buy a sound font. Go to Kyber Cave Productions on YouTube. Watch all the gaming stuff that I do. Stay here on Distance Nerding and watch me talk about Dubby. Thank you. Love ya. Mean it. Good night.
All right.
I've got to write stuff down. That's what I need to do.
Right. Gravy.
Yes.
Oh, tell everybody about the shirt that I'm wearing right now.
Yes. So I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod Out Night Mostly podcast. We release new podcasts every Wednesday where we kind of rate and discuss movie reviews, anything horror related that comes up in the world, and movies, TV, all that fun stuff. On top of that, you can find me at Kyber Cave Gaming live right after this with Forrest here doing some gaming. Kyber Cave Dark on Fridays. You'll see me on a pre-recorded show called The Retro Alcove on Mondays, dropping in Kyber Cave Productions as well. And yeah, so go ahead and follow us at Pod Out at Night, anywhere you get your podcasts. And I said once again, Graveyard, and only Graveyard. I have no other name.
Your name is Gravy.
Gravy because he loves gravy on his chocolate.
Oh, gross.
Chocolate gravy.
Yeah, he loves chocolate gravy.
You know, chocolate gravy is his porn name.
He loves chocolate gravy.
No, my name is my porn name's the Desert.
Because there's nothing wet around you.
Right.
Wait, are you named Ben Shapiro? Yes. Oh, that was the best burn ever. He's gonna somebody is gonna like send a clip and send it to him, and we're gonna get famous just because Ben Shapiro's gonna be like, no, I'm not. Yeah. Women get wet around me, I swear.
Like, if you're around a pool,
like, no,
or
bro,
a large body of water.
Like, no, bro, your wife doesn't get wet around you, man. It's just you, on the other hand, get wet around your sister, apparently. Okay, we're going over. How about this shirt, ladies and gentlemen?
It's a sexy shirt.
That is a shirt. You know, I kind of recognize that shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe. Kinda.
And this is a good transition into pull that back up right quick. Into just letting everybody know, if you like shirts, then boy, I'm gonna let you know we got merch, people. Oh yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch, people. If you are interested in distance nerding merch, like what Graveyard is wearing right now, guys, all you gotta do is hit us up on your social media of choice. Let us know your shirt size, where you want me to send it, and the shirts are $25 each. And I will send you a shirt, and you get stickers for free with that as well. Frey, I still have to send out your stickers. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have your address though. I have your address. If you guys are interested in hats, the only hats we have left are right in front of me, right there, Galaxy Gray. Right, we've got.
Summer's coming up, and you want to have a gray hat versus a black hat, because gray hats are they're not gonna heat up as much, and so you're gonna stay cooler.
Right. So gray hats are available, and gray hat. The hats that we have cost $35. If you're interested in, if you want to get multiple hats, literally you would buy my last two, and they cost $30 each if you get multiples. So that is it for that. And then, of course, guys, we've got a brand partnership with the wonderful guys over at Lucharillas. If you're interested in checking out the Lucharillas stuff, head over to lucharillas.com. They've got bump boxes with our logo, with our character on it. We have a Lucharillas shirt, and Lucharillas merch is just all over the place. It's great stuff, guys. Again, head over to lucharillas.com. Check out the stuff that they have right there. Now, schedule-wise,
wait a minute. I have one question.
Please.
What if we get hungry while we're doing this? Is there something that the general public could do to help us out with that?
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. But you know what? I might as well do it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I talk about it every week on every show. If you head over to distancenerding.com, just click right there on the top left side, right there, right? Little button, and you'll see it pop up. You can buy us a taco. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy us a taco. Like we talk about on the Tuesday show. Boom, tacos are on the table. All right, guys. So with that being said, if you want to contribute to the show, you want to help us out, help us go to more shows, help us get more prizes to give away, head over to distancerning.com. Click that buy us a taco button, and you can buy us a taco, right? Now, schedule-wise, on Mondays, I've got the game streams from 8 to 12. On Tuesdays, we do the download from 6:30 to 8:30. Talk about all the nerdy news and the rumors and the trailer reactions with me, John Mez 5000, and for the foreseeable future, our unofficial co-host, Fours. You know, it's funny is even if you fully become official, I'm going to continue using that because that is hilarious. And then on Thursday, the show that you're watching right now from 6 to 8, you know, interviews and building Lego and the fun stuff that we just did, all the nerdy conversations where we get to nerd out on every character that you love and go deep diving into characters that you didn't even know were that deep, like Apocalypse, like Phoenix, right? There you go, right? It's not
Forrest and I are just down here just
I was gonna say, it's not an Eric Boss level deep dive, but it's a deep dive. So So that being said, because I got to get these guys over to the other cyber cave, and I'm going to keep on ranting here. Ladies and
25
gentlemen,
minutes late.
yeah, I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us.
My fault.
It is time. It is time for the dance party. Let's get this going. I know you guys are ready for the dance party.
I got this for my
going.
birthday.
Oh, we got to see what Frey's got. It's one. Oh, no, it's Captain Carter. Nice. No, Graveyard's got something new. Yes!
Woo! E.T. Atari.
The game that literally crashed the video game industry.
Yep.
Oh, Grogu! You know that's in honor of the clip.
It was Prime.
I am
Dancing
Optimus
off.
Prime.
The Matrix of Leadership.
But you didn't know you could vogue with a punk pop.
See you cats on Tuesday.
See everybody next week.
Bye.